Hi, my name is Jessica, and welcome to Divine Goddess Tarot. Here we tap into your divine feminine energy by summoning your goddesses within to show you what messages that can assist you, or little nuggets of truth that can lighten your path, to enrich it and create more power, because that is, after all, what goddess energy is. It's your power, it's your action, it's your momentum. It's the thing that pushes you forward. Now, of course, we don't want to forget your God energy, which is your focus, your consciousness, and direction. So ground into that, but we are here to tap into mainly the goddesses so that you can create more power and action in your life in co-creating together. So let's get started with what goddesses are going to be with us today for the message. So we've got Benzai Zen for beauty, and I usually do about 2 or however many want to pop up and join us today for whatever messages they bring. So I ask for one more goddess. There she is. And so we've got Ocean, so generosity, beauty and generosity. I love that. I'm going to now do tarot to clarify whose energy we're bringing in, and perhaps maybe a story, so that if this is yours, great. If not, I always say put it on the shelf. But you'll know what nuggets are for you and what is for you. We know what our truth is when we hear it, truly, when we tap into our knowing. That's right there. All right, so we've got the 2 of Swords, we've got the 9 of Swords. Okay, so maybe this is going to be a little bit more. Yeah, I'm feeling all those. Okay, we've got Wheel of Fortune. We've got Knight of Swords, Temperance, 3 of Pentacles, Ace of Cups, and the Devil. Okay, one more card, please, and then we'll do some clarifying right there. So we've got the Moon. All right. So, got a little bit of some shadowy energy. And the Devil is here. Don't freak out, because the Devil is very purposeful. I am going to clarify it for you a little bit, though. Some of you could be dealing with a Capricorn, of course. But I'm seeing here with Temperance being front and center. This is a balancing of emotions and tapping into that third eye, that knowing. And the way that the Moon is showing up here, it's showing that there's some shadow energy that's holding you back from perhaps your own generosity of feeling beautiful. That's something that our world is very much lacking, is the seeing the beauty in all things. That starts with ourselves. And so I'm seeing that there's some choices to be made, some ideas. But we're feeling kind of stagnant and not being able to move forward in them. So with communion with others, so these 3 of Pentacles, with community, with your people, your tribe, that's where your mirrors are. Your mirrors are actually everywhere, but usually with the people that you hang out with. Take a look at those relationships. Are they uplifting you? Are they reflecting your beauty? Are they reflecting generosity? Are they nurturing you? Or are they tying and weighing you down? Are they keeping you up at night? Do you feel stuck? I want some clarification for the Devil energy here. This definitely could be some toxicity in your external with the people around you. Perhaps this could be the way you were raised. Perhaps that Devil energy comes from a toxic upbringing and programming, and so now you are subject to being imprisoned by this energy of of the illusion that you're trapped in it and you don't feel beautiful, and therefore you can't see beauty anywhere and have that generosity because you feel chained, you feel stuck. And so the Empress is here. She is all about that compassion and that love with Benzai Zen and Oshun. These goddesses are fully here for you to enrich your life with this beautiful Nine of Cups. I love how fat and happy he is. He's content. And that's a beautiful goal if we do not feel that way now. Page of Wands is that spark. Perhaps it's this moment of creating that spark from one goddess to another, to rise, to inspire, to be loved, to not feel alone or imprisoned. And if you are in a relationship that is not sparkling back and holding you up in ways and sparkling back the love and the beauty and the generosity that you are, then it's time to rise. It's time to break free of that either physical place or that mental place. Either it doesn't matter, they're the same. And so the moon here is, there's, of course, the moon is that goddess energy, and I'm really going to tap in more into that. But it's also, if you've ever noticed on the moon card, there's two towers here. And so if we do not create that balance in our life, if we do not see the signs and recognize the red flags of something, we create tower experiences where the tower eventually comes. It's like, I heard the illustration once that the universe gives us little snowballs to the face, and it's like poof, and we're like, oh yeah, that's not good. And I'm just gonna keep going, and let's just pretend that didn't happen, and let's go into denial, and then poof, there's another one, and it's just a little bit bigger, but you know, he was really great at the beginning, or this was really great at the beginning, and then they get bigger and bigger until it's a complete avalanche from the universe going, do you hear me now? And that is our higher self truly, truly coming to us and busting apart of what isn't in alignment with what we truly want to create. And that is a gift, but we don't always have to take it to tower moments, is the point. And that's what I'm hearing here. The towers are still here. We have the power to walk away and do something now. If you must have your tower moment where it comes all undone, or that essentially kind of is your own, but you're making the move, it's not the rug being taken from you and you're all surprised. This is your action, this is your momentum, it's your idea, you're coming in with the passion and that offering of love to yourself. And when you do that, when you see that beauty in you and that love in you, and you are generous with it, with yourself, the generosity that rolls from you it's everywhere, because that is the starting point. And anything in our life is us. That's it. That we are the common denominator. So if you are entrapped by an idea that you are just in victim mode of your situation, Temperance, the Empress, all these goddesses, including myself, are here to tell you that that's the illusion. You are the creator of your world, even if it's messy and painful right now. You now have the power to move out of it. You have the power to recognize, even in the dark night, to see the stars. And I'm seeing some karma here, even though this Wheel of Fortune, this is a good result. Every single thing in my life that has felt absolutely unrepairable, unrecoverable, most devastating, there has always been a moment to just hang on for be in the moment, and time will heal, and pretty soon you will see that this was for your growth. So tap into your Venus, tap into this loving energy for yourself first. And if you don't feel like you have the power to do it, that's where you ask the goddesses for your assistance to rise in that. No matter if you're masculine listening to this, it's no different. Your goddess energy, and when she is recognized, when she is named, we all know that if you don't get the name right, us goddesses aren't listening. So you've got to create and tap into your focus of your masculine and your direction of where your power is coming from. And when you do, when you ask, it is received. It is given. And that's so important to know, because we are not alone, ever. We have just a blade of grass has the goddess energy of standing before that, and all around and underneath that blade of grass going, grow, 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 be all that you can. And that is no more significant than you are. And if that blade of grass has all of that convening for it to grow, just imagine what you have for it to blossom. Your beauty, your generosity to the world, your light. It wouldn't be the universe without you. It wouldn't. Everyone is an absolute essential part of the universe. And when we know that, we ripple, we raise the vibration of our world, and we are able to take that into our lives and create anew. So, I'm going to, before I read the empowerment message, let's add 2 more messages from the goddesses. A message, please, for Just Breathe. And remember that is such an important tool when you feel completely, that's it right there, completely out of alignment. Breathe. Take 3 deep breaths to ground yourself, and the answers will come. All right, this one is heal, learn, grow, love. How perfect is that? That it just is. All right, let's see what the complementary energy is. And then we'll wrap it up with the empowerment messages right there. Good things take time. So, no different than that blade of grass or whatever you're planting in life. It takes time. And when we allow ourselves time to be where we're at and be in the moment, next thing you know, you're a beautiful flower. You're blossoming, you're growing, you're thriving. You're feeding on bees and all the hummingbirds. And that's the synchronicity of being with the beauty of our universe, because it is nothing but generous. Everything that we look at is generous. It is abundance. It is growth. So, all right, let's focus on the alignment message and get exactly word for word what these goddesses want you to hear today, besides what this goddess had to say through them. Okay. You are your most lovely when you are being yourself. The Japanese goddess of beauty, Benzai Zen, reminds you that knowing, accepting, and honoring yourself as a spiritual being and a physical body requires self-care. Now is the time to support yourself by surrounding yourself with beauty and choosing to see its power in every aspect of your life. You can commit to doing that if you can commit to doing that, you will be amazed at how much more beauty arises to greet you. Open your eyes to the wonder everywhere. Even in the most unexpected places, beauty wants to be discovered. Consider this before you turn away from a person, place, or thing. Beauty is everywhere. It's your time to find it, and the goddess Benzaisen will help you. Your alignment message is that your ability to see beauty in our world is dimmed by a momentary lapse of self-worth. The goddess of beauty asks you whether you've been set back by a visit of perfectionism or others have withheld their support, causing you to feel small and insignificant. Whatever the circumstances, it appears that you have been hijacked by a sense of lack. Your alignment task is to restore your self-worth and regain your equilibrium by refusing to engage in these mind games designed to dim your light. Now is the time for positive self-inventory. The goddess Benzaisen is here to remind you that you are a bright, shiny, beautiful being of divine power and light. You are more than enough, and the world contains more than enough beauty for you. This is a good place to dust off and start again. Love that. Okay, now Oshan. So yes, remember, if you are not seeing the world or yourself as beautiful, it's time. It's time to change that, because you are. Beauty is everywhere. And when we start looking at the world and it doesn't feel so beautiful, that's also a realignment notification of how I'm viewing myself, because it is nothing but a ripple effect. How I see you is how I see me. And if we all know that, and that's why also keep in mind, when someone's viewpoint of you is the reflection of them. So remember that. You can hold your power that way. Someone's thinking of me. My nose is tingling. Okay. Oshan for generosity. There's a universal law that enters on unrestrained generosity and flow. Oshan, the benevolent urban river goddess. And I'm not sure I'm pronouncing that right, but that's okay. We'll move forward. The representation of nourishment, healing, fertility, and prosperity reminds you that life herself has given to you freely. You have been offered air to breathe, water to drink, food to eat, and shelter to help you sleep in. So it is your task to give freely of yourself, no matter how big or small the act, without expectation of receiving anything in return. The goddess Oshan encourages you to allow gratitude to permeate everything you do right now. Even the smallest of opportunities and gestures, the very experience of giving and being generous with your heart, time, money, assistance, kindness, and care will provide more value than you can imagine. And when you release all attachments to the outcome, you will be surprised to see how the good fortune you have bestowed on others comes back to you tenfold. Oshan reminds you that this is truth that has existed since time began and will continue until the world's very end. Sometimes, so here's the alignment message, sometimes you may fall prey to fears about whether you will get what you need. So you worry about money or love and you begin withholding. You might find yourself being overly restrictive and beginning to hoard for that proverbial rainy day. Do you know that you cut off generous Oshan's flow of potential when you allow yourself to be convinced there is not enough? The truth is, when you begin to be miserly with your time, affection, and gifts, you will see little in return, as all begin to notice it's what isn't in there. So you all begin to notice what isn't in there. In this moment, the goddess Oshan wants to offer you this alignment task. You can't expect the great goddess to be generous with you if you show her you don't trust in the flow or of her generosity. Now is the time to do the opposite of what you fear. When you feel there is not enough money, spend it to signal your trust in abundance. If you are feeling unloved, seek who you can love and where you can show that you care. Even a kind gesture made to a stranger sends a sign that you trust in the generosity of the world. Don't wait to get what you want. Give it away to others, and you will be amazed at how things turn around. The goddess Oshun has only your best interest at heart. And I love that, because whenever there is a feeling of lack in your life, to move into this space of abundance of whatever it is that you are feeling lack of, that's the very thing. That's the very action of trust into the goddess Oshun. Like, trust into your higher being, that everything is provided for. Remember, look at the birds. Look at the world, nature. Look at a tree. They generally have everything that they need, and they're planted perfectly where they are thriving. And so abundance is everywhere, and it's for you everywhere too. So tap into that knowing, tap into your goddess energy of power, and we are all here to remind each other to realign. So thank you so much for joining me today, and I go out in this world and be that beautiful ripple effect of generosity and beauty. We need you. Have a great day.